All right. Good to see everybody. We'll get started in a couple minutes here. Just wanted to jump on a bit early and say hey to whoever's there. Use the chat box. If you're on Facebook, please do whatever StreamYard has you do to allow me to see your name if you comment or ask a question. All right. Just shut off a couple notifications here. And we'll get rocking and rolling. If you're here early, say hi. Let me know what you do, where you're from. Jose, what's up? Good to see you here. Facebook user says, howdy, Tom. Howdy back. Ah. All right. Hopefully everybody is having a good 2023 so far. I see some questions coming in. I will get to those here in a minute. GM2, I see yours. We'll get to that in a second here. Facebook users, hello. Anthony Abbott, what's up, brother? Allah Hayek. Hopefully I said that right. Didn't butcher it too much. Apologies if I did. Lisa Willard, hola. Matt is here. Aaron is here. Fayetteville. We got Killeen, Texas. Yeah, whoever put in like sorry painting contractor and stuff. I don't know who you are. See, there's like instructions you got to follow to grant StreamYard permission. I need a haircut. I get that tomorrow. That's really ugly, isn't it? Damn. All right. San Diego is in the house. Samuel Slaughter. Jesus Hernandez. Novus Invictus. Novus Invictus. Is that what we got here? Awesome. Good stuff. Glad to see all you guys here. I see we have a lot of questions, a lot of people jumping on already, and it's not even the time. Sheldon, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Sign-in Rose. I don't know how I say that. Sorry again. Mark is here. Who did I miss? Let me go back up here. Jesse Lane, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, anything like that, email help@thecontractorfight.com. I don't really do a whole lot of collaboration things, so please put what you're thinking and maybe we can work something out. Aaron Tate, I think I said hi. Let me scroll back up. Who am I missing? I think that was it. Matt Moore, Mr. Gad Boy. What's up, Big Daddy? Matt Moore is here. Good to see you guys. All right. Got about 1 minute, and I will officially kick this off at the scheduled time. These are fun. I like doing these because they keep me sharp. Gary Husted, what's up? Good to see you here. That's spelled differently than the Gary Husted that I know in Oswego, Illinois, though. So I'm going to guess that you're not that Gary Husted. All right. Joey, what's up, man? Love you, Josh. Dork. Oh, make a muscle. Yeah, I got to find one to make one. Damn. Okay. So it is 3:59 Mountain Time. Oh, 4 o'clock. There it is. 4 o'clock Mountain Time, 6 o'clock Eastern. And we're going to kick this Q&A off. So if you have a question, go ahead and put it in there. Guys, what I would ask you to do is pay attention to some of the other questions and answers I give, because a lot of them are, kind of the same answer. So if that makes sense, I gotta clean my glasses off here. So I'm going to scroll back to the top to the first question I saw come in, and GM2 What's the best advertising strategy for slow times like now? There's an old saying that the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. What you're getting now, I'm going to answer your question, but what you're getting now, for all of you that have a slow, quiet telephone right now with leads coming in, that is the result of what you've been doing for the past 24 months, 12 months, 18 months, 9 months, 3 months, whatever. So guys, you can never, ever take your foot off the marketing pedal. Okay. You have to step on the gas I'm telling you, every single day. So GM2, right now, I'm going to make the assumption, which I try to not do is make assumptions, but I'm going to make the assumption that you're like, shit, I could use a job right now. I could use a lead right now. Well, the best right now strategy is you need to work your database, and you pick up your supercomputer and you text, call, email, Bonjoro video, DM, whatever, your client database. And you go, hey, Tom, it's Sam. We built that thing for you last year. Just wanted to check in. How's it looking? And start a conversation. Okay. If it's somebody who did not hire you, but they're in your database, which they should be. So guys, every lead that you have, whether they buy or not, should be part of your DM or part of your database. And you should be marketing them year round, because you never know if they did the project, or if they did, maybe the company they hired was a bunch of shitheads. Okay. And it needs to be fixed, or they never did it, or they want to refer somebody to a friend, but they don't want to refer the last bozo. All right. You worked hard to get the phone to ring. Market to your database. GM2 is my answer. Okay. That's it. There are very few, unless you're HVAC, plumbing, electrical, where there's like emergency type services. There's very few things you're going to do right now from a marketing strategy and tactic point of view that's going to get you a lead right now, other than connecting with another human being. Now, GM2, I'm also going to make another assumption here. Hope I'm wrong. Let me scroll down and see. I never take the foot off the marketing. I actually boosted my marketing budget. I've gutter business, so it's been a little different. Okay, so cool. A little more context. If you have been stepping on the marketing gas pedal and you're not getting the results that you want, then your marketing message is probably jacked up. You probably have a shitty strategy. So I would go all the way back to the beginning and go, who's my ideal client? What are the messages to them that are going to resonate? Where are they located? Okay. Meaning, where are they hanging out? Where are they going to see your shit? Okay. Hey, Tom Reber, slow time contacting everyone. Okay, cool. So you probably have a messaging issue, GM2, is my guess. There are certainly seasonal ups and downs based on weather and where you're at and things like that. But this is why, and I'm glad to hear that you've stepped on the gas, you invested more, but if you boosted your marketing budget and you're not getting leads, then something's not right. You got to evaluate that and optimize that. Hopefully that works, or that makes sense. Okay. Let me scroll back up here. I'm just looking for question marks. Allah Hayek from Syria. I live in Saudi Arabia, Middle East. Isn't this crazy? Think about that for a minute. That is like mind blowing to me, that the world we live in, we can talk to people all over the place. Anyway, big fan. Thank you. Question you did not go through, and I would like to hear from you the answers. How much should we pay for the salesmen to earn their loyalty, and in the same time not having trouble with the profit ratio? Okay. Well, great question. My blanket answer for this, again, guys, these are just quick answers. These are not a deep dive, because I don't know your situation. You want a deep dive, you guys jump in our Battleground program and things like that, and you'll get a shit ton of coaching there that's specific to your situation. Okay. Not a pitch, but I'm just telling you, that's what the people in our Battleground program get. They get more in-depth answers. So I'm just going to give you a broad answer here based on information that I have. I personally believe, okay, there's two parts to paying salespeople. Number one, two scenarios. Number one, I'm the company and I'm going to give a salesperson all the leads. I don't expect them to do anything to find their own leads. Okay, that's one scenario. That scenario, it is 100% commission based. Okay, and that commission is paid is a percentage of the gross profit of the project. So gross profit in my world, with our salespeople in the past, in contracting businesses I've owned, they were paid, the expectation is you sell the job at a 50% gross profit. That way I have a little room to pay you. If you did not hit the 50% gross profit on the sale price, we also were a little more into the weeds on this that I'm not going to get into because it had to do with the production side. But anyway, if you didn't sell it at a 50% gross profit, then your commission was either zero or nothing. Okay. Because if you pay just on the top line salespeople are typically just going to go out there and do anything they can. They're going to drop their pants. Okay. They're going to discount. They're going to do stuff like that just to get the sale. And the last thing you want to do is be tied up with unprofitable work. So in the scenario of you are giving them all the leads, and by the way, you want your salespeople to make more than 6 figures a year, at least here in the United States. $100,000 a year is nothing, you guys. It's peanuts. It's poverty. And some of you that are making 20 or 30 grand right now, or 50, you're going, fuck you. That's not poverty. I'd give anything to make 6 figures. Well, my point is guys, you pay taxes. You have a kid who needs braces. Okay. And you don't want to have to put it on credit card and go into debt and all that stuff. 100K is not a lot of money, even before all the inflation bullshit. Okay. That we've been dealing with. Second scenario is that you expect your salespeople, and let me finish the first scenario. Our salespeople made 15% of the gross profit. Okay. So if I sold a $20,000 job at a 50% gross profit and we completed it at a 50% gross profit, the gross profit would be at least 10 grand. They would get 15% of that. Okay. That's how I paid salespeople. So second scenario is you expect your salesperson to do some business development, which is the model I prefer. Okay. I would rather have a salesperson build what they call their own pipeline or their own book of business. Does that make sense, everybody? And in that case, they're going to get a small base salary, maybe $30,000, $50,000, depending on your industry and how many, what your job sizes are and all those things. And then they're going to have that same commission plan in place for company provided leads and then self-generated leads that they go out and they hunt and they build a relationship and they close the deal. For the lifetime of that client, they're going to get a higher percentage rate, a couple points more, because I want to reward the behavior I want more of. The number one thing that bothers me personally about salespeople in my own organizations is when they're not hunting, they're not out there, when they just wait for shit to come their way. Okay. Hopefully that helps. You had a second question in here. If you met a builder and say, hi, you're a builder and I'm a painter and I think we should get to know each other. Is there any incentive? Should I offer him if I get, no, this comes down to our Shinfu pre-qualification process. So if you were a builder and I said, hey, I paint stuff, you build beautiful homes, I figured we might need to know each other. They might go, oh, we already have our own painting contractor. Cool. Fair enough. Hey, talk to me about your plan B. Like if your current painter can't get to something, what do you do then? Doesn't help to know people. All right. I'm going to start asking questions around and I'm going to uncover the pain that GC or that builder has. And I'm not going to pitch them. This is not a pitch. It's a conversation. Way too in depth to go into here, but that's what we coach on in our sales training. It's about a conversation. It's about adding value. And then I'm going to put them in my database. And every few weeks, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to send them some value. I'm going to send them an article I read about, hey, this builder, implemented this one thing in their marketing and it really helped their business. I thought this would be helpful to you. Make yourself of value to people. And don't think you always have to lead with some incentive or some offer, because you don't. Okay. Because they have a pain and the pain is rarely the money. And if it is the money, that builder doesn't know how to sell. Okay. What do we got here? I'm just scrolling. I'm trying not to miss a question here. Okay. Novice Invictus 911, I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. What percentage would you recommend I pay myself in a single member LLC? Whatever you need to make your life work. Okay. So guys, the income that you take from the business is like it's your paycheck, like you were working for somebody else. So if you came to me and I said, here's this position, it pays X, and you looked at X and looked at X bringing home, depositing into your personal bank account, you're going to make a decision whether or not you're going to take that job or not. So you need to set your income based on what you need. And our foundations and Battleground and stuff that we have people go through, that's one of the first exercises we have people do is figure out what you need to live your life at home. I'm not even talking about the business making money. I'm talking about what do you need to bring home? Okay. Like if you're a business owner, you might be looking at this now going, I need $30,000 a month in my own pocket. Okay. To make my life work because it pays my mortgage, pays our health insurance. It allows my wife to go buy nice things. It puts one of our girls in ballet. It's X amount of dollars a year I have 5 kids, by the way. 2 of the boys, one's in the Marines, one works in HVAC. So I don't support them anymore, but I have 3 daughters that are all in college or about to go to college. And so I'm figuring, what do I need to take from the business? And then I reverse engineer how I'm going to price my services and how many people I need out in the field to produce the work or whatever it might be in your specific industry. So this is not a percentage thing to me. I don't operate in percentages. Even like with net profit goals for the company, it's never a percentage. It's a dollar amount. All the shit I'm going to go through as the owner to make beautiful things happen in our community over the next year as a company, above and beyond my take-home pay, how much money, dollars, do I want the company to have in the bank? All right. And so I reverse engineer all those things and I set my pricing based on that. And I don't give a fuck what the going rate is. And if it's a big amount that prices me out of what the average going rate is, I don't give a shit. I get better as a salesperson. I get better as a marketer. I find ways to be more efficient in the field. Okay. That's why being a business owner, you guys, is not for everybody. Okay, cool. Sheldon, when writing a blog, is it okay for that blog to be its own website with ways to get in contact with me? No, post it within your own website. You want everything in your world to come back to your website. So you write an article on, I'll just use painting for me, right? How much does it cost to paint a kitchen? People are Googling that shit. When they Google the article, the blog, which is it's just its own web page within your website, they're going to come into my website because they're going to find that on Google. And from there, I'm going to convert them into a lead, or they're going to back button out of there after I talk about how much it costs to paint the thing, right? And they're going to go look for somebody else, and that's a win either way. Nordheim, what's up, buddy? Good to see you here. Jose, should I call the guys that rejected the past work bids? Yes. Hey, I was just going through my my database here today. I had a few minutes to kill. I came across your name, and I remember I talked to you last summer about that deck or that whatever. I just wanted to follow up and see how it went. I know you didn't hire us. How did it go? Okay. Some will ghost you. Some will never reply, but that's okay. You don't care about their response. You care about what you have control over. All right. I've sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've sold millions of dollars of coaching by reaching out to people that didn't hire us and join our programs a year or 2 earlier or 5 years ago or whatever it is. Okay. And again, this Jose comes back to one of our values in the fight is I play the long game. Okay. I'm not after that one project. I'm after the relationship. So 100%, you should be following up until they opt out, until they unsubscribe from your email list or whatever it is, or tell you to go pound sand. Chrismely. We check the client. Okay. I thought it was a question. Sorry. Facebook user, we're offering snow removal in the middle of the season. Is it possible to still get accounts this late in the game? If yes, how would you go about it? Well, it depends who your ideal client is, but what are the pains they might be dealing with right now? Maybe it's response times, right? So let's just say you're going to go after commercial accounts. I would identify 10, 20, 50 ideal accounts that fit your client persona. And I would reach out to them and go, hey, I know we're in the middle of the winter here, but from time to time, you go third party. Excuse me. From time to time, we hear of people that they're just not happy with their current provider. I don't suppose that's the case here. And shut your mouth and listen to what they have to say. Every now and then you'll pick somebody up in the middle of the season who's not happy with who they're using right now. Okay. Facebook user. Guys, Roz put a thing in here of how you grant StreamYard permission to have your name shown. I like to know who I'm talking to. All right. And hold on. My wife just texted me and she always gets my attention. Give me a second. Yes. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. And guys, tonight's going to be short because I got one of my kids coming over and stuff. I got about 15, 20 minutes left here, max. Okay. Went to do an estimate. When I resent the number, the customer told me I was 3 to 4 times higher than they expected. I know I didn't create to bother you. I don't know what that means. Ask more questions. This is because the customer just let me tell me when I can't read this anymore. You need to learn how to write. I'm sorry. Maybe you voice texted and it fucked it up, but I can't waste time on that. How would you manage projects, TC Mint, that are out of state? I have a construction company that's special in apartment complex renovation bulk. I would spend the majority of my time finding the right people. You have to find and invest your time in that individual person that is going to own that project out of state. I mean, that's it, right? And if it's you all the time, that's going to be a problem. But if that's what you're specialized in and you're doing the cosmetic upgrades, you need a point person there that you invest your time in. You duplicate yourself, and that's through good leadership. Aaron Tate, what's up? Built my brand over the past several years and fell behind on work. Should I hire additional help or just push through? I don't know enough of the context on that one. If you then fell behind on work. So it sounds like, if I'm reading between the lines, let me just read it again. You fell behind on the work because you don't have the people. So you built your brand, you got the leads. Yeah, of course. Listen, you can only scale your business to the degree of the number of people that you have that are competent to do the work and run projects. So Aaron, 100%, it sounds like you did a good job getting leads, but you need to be recruiting for people. And the same concepts that you use to build your brand, start creating content that's designed to attract the right people. Hire a headhunter. You should always be running an ad. Put on your own job fair. I've talked about this 1,000 times through the years. Being able to recruit. So the number one things that can keep you from scaling, aside from marketing and building your brand for customers, is going to be building your team. Okay. Let's see. Evan, and somebody asked earlier about the spring event. Yeah, we don't have a lot of details yet. Mike McAllowitz, he's an author. He's been on my show a couple times. He's going to be presenting a workshop for a day in Florida. And we changed the damn location so many times because of his availability and dates and stuff. So yeah, April 24th through 26th in Panama City Beach, Florida. We do not have any details other than that right now, but it will go out to our email list and everything else when we do. Okay. There's a bunch of comments here. What is the Battleground Program? Email help at I don't know who asked that question, but if you want to email help@thecontractorfight.com and we'll have somebody reach out to you and go over it. But in short, it is a group coaching program that is designed to help you have confidence in your numbers, sell like a badass, and generate a shit ton of eyeballs onto your business and build your brand to get you to being a profitable company. We have people that come in that were at $300,000 a year when they joined, and within 1 year, they're doing 2.5 million as a general contractor, subcontracting everything out at a 52% gross profit. That same person I'm thinking of right now, in their second year, went from 2.5 to like 3.7, I think it was, or it was 2.7 to 3.5 or something like that. It's designed to get you fast wins and move the money needle really quick, because you can't do shit in your business or life without money. Mark, give me a good closer statement for a large project. Mark, give me some capital letters and a question mark. I don't know your context, man. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what kind of pre-qualification conversation you had. I don't know if you talked budget in that conversation like you should have. So, you know, to just pull a closing statement out of my ass, I'd be doing nothing other than winging it. Joel, what's up? What percentage of gross revenue would you recommend to spend on advertising? Where I want to grow? 5 is fine for landscape. Now, it depends the season of your business. I don't know what your revenue is, but I would tell you that I'm a fan of at least 10% of gross revenue. And that is not very little of that in my world is ad spend. Mine is like a full-time videographer, you know, creating content and writing blogs and things like that. But Mark, I don't know who asked that. I'm sorry, Joel. It depends on your marketing strategy. If you're just looking to throw money at tactics, then you're pissing your money away. So you need to take the time and create a strategy. Facebook user, I'm struggling with the pre-qual process. On one hand, I want to screen those who are not, but I can't read these, you guys. You didn't put your name on there either, so I don't know who you are. So I don't know if you're in or out of Battleground, but if you're not in Battleground, you need to be in there, because that's what we teach. Okay. A lot of you guys are taking what you hear in our free content about our Shinfu sales process, pre-qualification process, and you're applying it without any coaching, and you're fucking it up, and you're stealing from yourself. The way you come across, I'm not saying this person is, I have no idea who this person is, but more times than not, you're going to fuck it up. Like, I don't know how to play violin. Okay. If I go online and I see some things that somebody puts out about how to play violin, but I never get coached for my unique situation, I'm not going to learn violin. Okay. What if my blog or article page doesn't show in Google, says Facebook user? Then it's either a shitty topic that nobody is searching for, or it's not optimized properly, or there could be a bunch of tech structural things that are fucked up on your website that are hiding it from Google. That happened to one of my clients years ago. Joseph bought a nicer looking van, got way more confidence playing customers drive. Okay, cool. Stacy, thanks for grabbing the book. Edixon, Mata, I feel very capable to leave my job, but the salary I have is so good it's preventing me not to. Yeah, that's a very real situation. Then start your business as a side hustle and never work in the field and focus on recruiting and hiring, and then you'll have a job. You'll have a company that runs itself. Okay, and you keep your job. Terry, you're welcome. Ravim, what's up, man? As I'm growing, I know I will have new project management positions open up. I plan on training a current foreman for a position that I know will open up in the next 9 to 12 months. He will go from 60 to 100K, 110 a year in take-home pay. Another business owner said I should not do anything, and once the position opens, I should hire someone with experience to fill it. Position will be to manage 3 crews producing 700 to 800,000 a year, which I look out for. I'm a fan of growing your own within your business, man. I think that says a lot about you as a company, and that's a story that person can tell other people that come in, like, hey, I started for $12 an hour and now I'm here. I'm a project manager. And so I like growing your own. I think you should do both. You know, go on the hunt to recruit, but also invest in this person if their character is solid and stuff. It also gives you the option, going from 60 to 100K is a pretty big jump. When you grow your own, you could maybe go from 60 to 90 grand in that first year or two. That's still a big jump for people. What I would look out for is being too married to that person that you're trying to raise up. If they're not wired properly for the position, you want to make sure you're doing a disc on them and stuff and some assessments, and make sure they're aligned with your values. Make sure they understand what's going to go in it. What do they have to do to earn that other, what's that, $50,000? They're not just getting it and bringing their current skill set, but what are the skills and education that they're going to need, and how are you going to provide that to them? What do you think of a landing page must need to entice customers? It's got to speak to your one ideal client. A lot of y'all try to market to everybody. You need to dial your marketing so you're talking to one person. Obviously, that one person is many. But for me, back in the day, it was a woman named Julie, and I could describe Julie to a T. I wrote our ads and our content and our landing pages, if you want to call it that, for Julie. Peak Home, can you talk about some boots on the ground, fast ways to attack past customers and GCs and billers to fill in these gaps? Pick up the phone, man. Pick up the phone. Okay? Pick up the phone. Send the DM. All right? Last day of 2021, guys, I sold a shit ton of Battleground memberships because I sat there on my DMs and I reached out to people that were commenting on things in the fight and on Instagram and Facebook, and I started conversations with them. Hey, I noticed that you commented on Battleground and asked what it was, or I noticed that you said your biggest pain right now is you don't have enough money for the winter. Tell me about your business. Like, I just initiated conversations. Okay. Richard, what's up, man? My computer's giving me all these warnings, like storage or something. Facebook user, when you present an estimate, customer let you in briefly tell you what needs to be painted and walk away, or how do you handle I don't go out there. You don't go out there and do an estimate unless you've had a pre-qualification conversation and they tell you what they want painted, and you bracket them and talk some different pricing scenarios and put it in their court whether they're going to invite you out or not. Okay. Again, I don't know who this is and I don't have a lot of context. All right, a few more here, guys, and I got to roll. I'd like to market my services to contractors, but I'm unsure of the best time to just pick the fucking phone up, Lady Lena. Okay? Don't overthink this, and don't take my intensity for me being a dick. Okay? I'm just telling you, you guys, you are paralyzed by analysis here. The best time to contact them by phone. Pick the phone up. Okay? And the only way you're going to know is by doing it and adjusting. I found that when I would go visit GCs and things like that in person, that was my strength. I hate the phone. I don't do a whole lot of prospecting by phone ever. I go meet them, but I would go there before business hours because usually the owner is there before or after business hours and one vehicle's in the parking lot. I'd go in the building and go, hey, are you the owner? They're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I paint shit. You build stuff, man. You're just like me, putting in the hours here, after hours or before hours. And we would laugh. There would be some bond and rapport over that, some commonality. David, what's up? Any particular advice for somebody that is trying to transition from one guy if I line? I don't know what that means. When figuring out my numbers, Adam A. I came to a figure of 74 an hour, me and one employee. Yeah, that's per employee, per person doing the job. Okay. Does that number represent what I charge per X amount of hours to do the job plus materials? No, it's if you did the what to charge hourly sheet, do not double the number at the end. Okay. All you got to do is take that and say it's 74 an hour and it's 100 hours. It's $7,400. That pays for the labor in the field. That also has money that goes to overhead and net profit. And then whatever you charge for materials, you throw on top of that. That's why we got rid of that sheet, right? By the way, you guys, it confuses too many people. Lawrence, what's up? Concrete flat work. What particular sales tag would you implement if you lived in an island with a limited metropolis, underpriced competition? I'd build my brand. I'd build the shit out of my brand and make myself the expert. I'd be creating videos, blog posts. Anytime anyone entered anything into Google about concrete, you're coming up, establishing yourself as the expert. Then it doesn't matter what they're charging. I would also learn how to sell and connect with people. Okay. And selling, Lawrence, is not about the pitch. It's about connection. Mike, what's up? How would you vet a client from out of state who has a job that's 80 to 100K? My average job is 10K. I don't care what the job is. So it doesn't matter what the job is to me. I appreciate you sharing that. Good question. The same way I would vet a client or pre-qualify a client that was my next door neighbor. Never deviate from my sales process, which is our pre-qualification Shinfu process. Okay. It's no different. And I would charge a shit ton more because it's out of state. Okay. There's going to be other costs. There's probably per diem that you're going to have to put in, like, hey, Mike, listen, if you were local to me, this project might be, 80 to $100,000, but because you're out of town, we have travel, we have hotels, we have more fuel, we have all these other things. Something like this is probably gonna be up around $150,000. And then I just shut my mouth. Angel, what's up? What do you recommend for a CRM? Where do you build your database? My two favorites are Estimate Rocket and Job Tread. Okay. For contractors. Aaron, what's up? I got 2 more minutes here, guys. I have a guy that I feel is qualified for production manager. However, he's never formally held that position. Should I start him as a project manager and then promote him up to production manager after season? Put him in that production manager role and work with him. I would work side by side with him. So whatever you're going to call the job, what we did with new crew leaders and foremen is we would bid the project. Here's the scope of work. I would hand that person the scope of work. I say, hey, tomorrow, come into the office. Let's sit down for 20 minutes. I want you to tell me how you're going to approach doing this job and bringing it in with a great experience, safely, and on budget. Get them thinking. You have to walk with people and mentor them, you guys. That's a great question, Aaron. A lot of guys just give somebody the title. They throw them to the wolves. I've done that before in every business I've ever been a part of or owned. I've set people up for massive failure because I tried to just like anoint them a certain position, give them some basics and cut them loose. And they need you to walk with them. Okay. All right, you guys. If you're not following me on Instagram, head to @RealTomReber. I'd love to connect with you there. I do a lot of shorts and I interact with a lot of people in DMs and stuff over there. So if you're not following me over there, head over there. With that, like I said, I got to go. I got some things to do. I got to run to the vet for one of our pets and do some things around the home. Here, I got one of my kids coming over to watch the national championship game in an hour. And with that, guys, I appreciate y'all. Head to thecontractorfight.com or email help@thecontractorfight.com if you want to learn more about Battleground and anything else. Do you have a membership in CSA? It's just role play. No, we don't. We combined CSA into Battleground, into 100K, and made Battleground a year ago, Kevin. Everything's in there. You can bring up to 4 people. Guys, it's cheap. It's only, if you pay for the whole year, it's less than $7,000, which is cheap as fuck. Okay. Which is like $18-19 a day. And you can bring up to 4 people in. So if you have a sales team, it's a no-brainer. And there are daily role plays in there. The majority of the calls are sales training calls in there. And the ones that are not are also helpful to help your team. So appreciate you guys. Have a great night. See you next time. Be back next Monday.